For our last unit here, we are going to be talking about audio and video editing using NLEs, right? Which stands for Nonlinear Editors, which we are looking at right here, right? Nonlinear video editors, which is an NLE, they perform non-destructive editing on source material. So you can think about things like After Effects that we did, and also things like Adobe Audition, right, where it was non-destructive. Now, Photoshop was destructive, right? So Photoshop's a little different. So this is non-destructive, meaning that it doesn't edit the source material at all. So we're going to use Premiere Pro, which is part of the Adobe suite. This is an NLE that's used professionally all over the world and throughout film and television. So as far as video editing, right? Video editing is the act of editing audio and video to best tell a story. Okay, that's what we're doing. We're becoming storytellers right here. So we're going to best tell the story to get it out there. This is the design, right? Now, we've talked about audio editing with the first two assignments quite extensively, right? Those concepts and acts actually still apply for audio and video editing, right? When it comes to editing with video, it all still applies, right? So I'm not going to go over that too much. Because I'm going to concentrate on the video part. Though for your grade, we will be definitely, audio will be a part of it. So remember those skills that we have learned. So for video only, we are going to concentrate on continuity, pacing, and transition. Right? These are kind of the big three here that we are working on. In fact, for this editing project, we are going to be concentrating on continuity editing, sometimes called invisible editing or Hollywood style. Okay, so here we go right now. Continuity editing here is the maintenance of continuous action and consistent detail in the various scenes of a movie or broadcast. Right? Okay, so it's going to maintain a continuous action and consistency, right, as it moves through. So I mentioned it's called invisible editing and sometimes Hollywood style editing, right? You do this by cutting on actions, right, where you do match action. Whereas if in a medium shot, actor goes to scratch his nose, right, you want to cut it as the actor's hand rages to the nose. We go to the close-up as his hand gets right to the nose and he starts to scratch, right? We want to match pacing. This is kind of where, and pacing's kind of a strange thing, right? But really it's what editing is. It's where you try and find the rhythm of a scene, okay? Where we have, and I'll talk more about pacing as well, where we have things like just quite simply, you kind of want to make each shot length the same, right? Generally speaking, fundamentally, right? This can all change, but fundamentally, this is what we're looking at, where kind of each shot's kind of the same, right? Length, meaning you don't have a bunch of really short shots that you edit together, right? Where it's like 1 second long, 1 second long, 1 second long, and then you have like a 20-second shot, and then you have a 1 second shot, 1 second shot, 1 second shot, right? That pacing would be really strange, okay? Instead, you want like 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, that type of thing, right? Is generally how that's used. Now, of course, depending upon the scene, depending upon what's going on, all that can change. But really, just at a fundamental level, that's what we're talking about, where we're kind of matching pacing, and that's what that means, right? It becomes invisible at that point, okay? And then you want to match audio as well, right? Where, and of course, we've done this before, where we want to make sure that the actors' audio sound the same. If you're cutting between two actors, right? You want to make sure that they both sound the same, like they were shot in the same room. And if they sound different, then you have to add effects and room tone and things like that to cover it. So anyway, here is a link here that I want you to watch, right, from lynda.com about exploring the rules of continuity editing, right? And just for fun, as you see some of the examples that she does with what she's cutting with, right? See if you find any continuity problems, meaning did anything jump out as strange to you where it's like, hey, those shots don't really match up, right? Because they're in there. You may not see them the first time through, but you'll see them, right? But anyway, this goes over match action. It goes over pacing. It goes over all kinds of stuff. So please, please, please watch this. And I'll be back for video number 2 here in a